Bing. It started. There's no one watching yet. What am I doing? Well, I was working on my review. I just, lots and lots of stuff, and everyone's, oh, I would really like, okay, I gotta pause that, and I gotta go default view. There we go. So yeah, I wanted to have something up to let everyone know that, hey, I've been really damn busy. And unfortunately, I didn't have anything ready to say that. So here I am. So yeah, I don't have any other gaming videos to upload yet, and I've been doing ones that require absolutely no editing to make sure that I get them done quick enough. And yeah, I've been trying to hammer away on my review, and I absolutely need to focus on the review in order to actually in order to get it done on time, I think. And I might still get done like by late afternoon Wednesday if I were to get a couple more gaming videos thrown together to just take up the day's slots. But yeah, I'm hoping to try and make it at least decent quality. So I've been staying up and I've been working on the review and trying to get all that done. And yeah, no one's watching. Of course, I didn't let everyone know that I would be doing a live stream right now, and it's the middle of the night, so even my cat's sleeping. Even Tara, she just like sleep. Or you're gonna go against me now? Okay. And I was hoping at least someone would pop in and I'd be able to say something other than just, yeah. I got the chat open on the side, so I could just keep working on my review while I'm here, waiting for someone to maybe pop in. I don't know if that's coming through on. Let me see. I'm gonna play. See, testing to see if it's coming through on that. Get on with it, me. Okay, so that did not come through on that, so I don't have to worry too much about YouTube hitting me with a content ID thing, because the audio is coming through and it's like, oh, that's copyrighted audio. They do that on live streaming. They tear it. She's leaning on me and just going, Victor Gonzalez says, hey, Decker. Hello. I don't have a gaming video ready right now, so I'm trying to let everyone know, and I didn't have anything else ready to let everyone know, so I'm doing my review, and well, I'm still working on editing and what have you, and writing and all things together, and whoosh, it's fun. But yeah, I prioritized that, and I was, let's see. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, this is probably going to be a very boring stream since I have to keep my voice down as well because people sleeping downstairs. And that tends to... it says I got 2 viewers. Interesting. I have people sleeping downstairs, so I'm trying to... let me see if I can get this window moved over out of my workstation. There we go. It's always nice working across. I got my all my video editing over here. I got my script right there. I got the YouTube chat right there, and I got the webcam right there. So all the time I'm wondering how did I ever work without two monitors before, and how can I? Should I just go ahead and get the thing to have a triple monitor set up? And hello, yeah, that's not good for me to pronounce. Sexy xenomorph, there we go. Or female xenomorph. But I repeat myself. I doing something to say though. So yeah, I'm just. There's no real plan for this live stream. I just wanted to have something going. So if Ojunix. Okay. If I got that right. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. I gotta get the. Oh yeah, I noticed. I took a good look at the. I mean, not that good of a look. I did. It's not like I. Yeah, I totally did. No. Tara, distract them. He's a kitty. She's like, "What are you doing?" I was sleeping. That's his animal cruelty, isn't it? Tara girl. She's had enough of my crap. I think I've found the full image before on Google image search before I was looking for. I was looking for female xenomorph or something. I can't remember exactly what I was trying to. It wasn't. That wasn't that. I swear. Well, you're gonna think that anyway. Screw it. So in any case, I was looking for female xenomorph, and the full set version of it was what came up. And I was like, hey, I recognize that. Let's see. So. I've heard that there is actually Rule 34 of me and Creepy. And it has been sent to Creepy, according to him, but I haven't seen it. I think that's a good thing. Though I've also seen Rule 34 of me and Aaron, of Nerdy Thug Productions. It was really weird, because it wasn't like serious. It was like there was a picture of me and Aaron just like kind of animate out, and then kawaii style, little pink on the cheeks and smiling, and then just this other picture were the same distance apart and just the lips just stretching out and touching together, and then the next picture the tongue's just wrapping around. It's like, what the hell am I looking at? Oh, that was an interesting day. I have no idea what the Rule 34 of me and Creepy is of them. Oh, yeah, my camera was all out of focus on the MechWarrior Online video because it's manual focus, and you can't tell how focused it is unless you're seeing it being shown. So it was like the whole time because I was like focused on something very close before, and then I forgot to set it back. Uh, no, then the xenomorph is a biomechanoid, so it's kind of like both at once. It's alien and it's quasi-bot, sorta. It's not really a robot, but it's a biomechanical kind of thing. So it's got sort of mechanical features, but it is biological. It's a really interesting creature. As you know, everyone knows, I am quite obsessive about my Xenos. It's a terror. Hear things being knocked around. I don't think that there's a strange killer on the loose in here. Pretty sure. RD from Transformers. I did not follow Transformers. Every time I open my mouth, I lose nerd points. Pacarachina from Beast Wars. It's not spelled T-E-R-A or T-E-R-R-A. It's T-A-R-A. I said T like emphasizing the T as T-A-R-A. There we go. That's English, Decker. That is how you speakify. Although technically a lot of them are still pretty well accepted spellings of Terra, though T-A-R-A is more, yeah, T-A-R-A is more for Terra meaning the star, and T-E-R-R-A is more for Terra meaning Earth. And she was named after Star because she got. It's okay, Terra. I'm just going to manhandle you a bit more. Terra, you look up? Yeah, I can't really see on this. The quality of the camera is too low, but she's got white whiskers on her neck. Jurassic Park, the game from Telltale. I don't have it, but I haven't checked what. The prices generally fluctuate a lot, and it's on Steam, so I know it's probably for a song. It's $20 right now. $180 for the Telltale Games collection. Oy. I don't know if Tara would get too mad. She just scratches me. But she doesn't scratch me too much. It's mostly the dog she goes after. I was thinking if I was further along on my review, I would just be doing a straight, just a straight little quiet stream of some game, but not far enough along. I really gotta run. Okay. Back over to where is it? There it is. Okay. That's why I need 3 monitors, because even with 2, I still have windows behind windows, and I don't like that. Just stretch everything out. Get 6 monitors. 9 monitors. I'm afraid I do not have the means to support a baby. Yeah, the SD card reader on my computer crapped out, so I got USB SD card little thing, USB 3.0, even though I don't have USB 3.0 on my computer. But I was looking at all sorts of things. Let's see, what is next up on Dinocember 2? I'm doing Raptor, which is the fourth movie in the Carnosaur franchise, if you can call it a movie. It makes me feel really bad for just, I used to not give my thoughts. I just no self-harm, no self-killing. I'm just not very good at child taking care of. What is it? That's the sound of me feverishly scripting. I still got quite a bit to go. I edit while I script, though, so that makes the scripting take a little longer, but it makes the editing faster. So. Ever play games in the Half-Life series? I don't have them. I remember I didn't really play too much of the first one. I played the first one online a lot, but I didn't play too much of the story in the first one. But I did spend a long time making multiplayer levels in it. Half-Life 2, though, I remember it was really hard to get it to run on my machine when I first got it, and I never really got it again after that, or had much time to sit down with it. Playing it on the channel would be a very good excuse to get through that. And then the episodes, I've never even touched any of the episodes. I'm not entirely familiar with the term Coelurosaurus. I assume that's I don't know if clade would be the right word. But there are certain things like the more commonly known things that are constantly called dinosaurs that aren't dinosaurs, like plesiosaurs and pterosaurs. And I guess we can add bats to the list. I was just like, what? They are mammals. It's not that I have anything against Half-Life. I just haven't really played too much of it. I know I've seen a lot of really interesting stuff with the Razer Hydra and the Oculus Rift, and if I could play it like that, I'm pretty sure I would. Especially with a Cyberynth virtualizer. Reno asked you to review Transformers movie. It has a lot of things you like: robots beating or killing each other up, kick-ass rocking music, lasers, spaceships, robot dinosaurs, etc. Hey, that would be good. Oh, but there's one thing that my mother-in-law pointed out to me today was the trailer to Independence Day 2. And that looks like holy shit. And that's one where I'm thinking, okay, I really should review the original Independence Day, and this time I'm going to have to open up the review by saying, you may be thinking that I'm doing this just to capitalize on Independence Day 2. And you're absolutely right, I did not have this planned ahead of time. Oh well. If I can try and sit on my high horse whenever I've got things planned and then things happen and it looks like I'm trying to capitalize, and the least I can do is admit when I do actually make a plan because I saw a trailer and it looked awesome. Carlosaur, Coelurosaur. Okay. Hate to admit it, but I enjoy Independence Day movie. It's a bit of a guilty pleasure movie for me. I don't really. I'm not saying I don't enjoy it. I'm saying I'm not so sure about the whole guilty part because I just like cheese a lot. And one thing that I was like so hyped about in Independence Day 2 was when they were showing that they were using the alien technology to improve their own, and I just was thinking like EDF. Holy shit. It's the American EDF. It's gonna be awesome. Well, except for, I don't know. I mean, EDF Insect Armageddon, I don't think is horrible. I don't think it's the same kind of flavor as EDF 1 through 4 in Japan or from Japan. But they, for what they are, judged for themselves, I think that they're both good games, both fun. That's the important part. And if they brought most of the characters back, I saw quite a few, but I've heard that they don't have Will Smith. Of course, maybe they're just not showing Will Smith, and when you get to the movie, he's going to be like right there, and it's like, oh my God, Will Smith. I don't know. That'd be something to do, but I think if they had him, they would be showing him off. How much are you into the fantasy? Seen Lord of the Rings and Hobbits movie, the Game of Thrones show. I'm looking forward to the Warcraft movie. Oh, I never I saw, I think I saw the first Lord of the Rings, like completely. I remember watching the Hobbit cartoon. Well, before the Lord of the Rings movies existed, the Hobbit cartoon. I saw that at a young age. And I think I saw through the second Lord of the Rings, and I know I saw the ending of the third at least, but I can't really remember too much. I wasn't really obsessive about it. And I have not seen any of the Hobbit movies, and I haven't really followed Game of Thrones because I don't really watch TV. Warcraft movie, that could be interesting because, I mean, I was very much into Warcraft 2 when I was growing up, and I went back to Warcraft 1, and I was enjoying Warcraft 3, and I did play World of Warcraft for a bit, but I was playing off of EverQuest before, and after getting to level 40, I was like, this is just too damn easy in World of Warcraft, so I just stopped playing. But yeah, the Warcraft movie, the trailers I saw look interesting because I did follow the lore in what they had with the rifts and the dimensions and all the other stuff. I mean, a lot of the stuff in World of Warcraft I got really confused about with the space demons and all that crap. But yeah, if the Warcraft movie can keep it to the central plot and not try to just throw in a whole bunch of stuff like that for anything besides, Easter eggs, I think it could be done pretty well. So do you want to do a crossover review with the Nostalgia Critic? I wouldn't say no to it unless there was some big hurdles on creative freedom. If they're like, can't do this, can't do this, can't do this, must say this, must say that, must say that. I'm like, no. But, okay, Victor, have a good sleep. But just in a general crossover, if we can just work together and come to a good idea for a decent crossover together, I wouldn't really have anything against it. That's just, but I don't think that it would happen because usually with a crossover, both are getting something out of the thing, and I'm pretty certain where I stand with closing in on 21,000 subscribers. most, if not all, of my subscribers already know of the Nostalgia Critic, so he's not really going to get that great a boost from working with me, and me working with him would, of course, greatly increase my visibility. So it would be mostly me getting something out of it, so I don't think that he would be too on board with that. A fan of Warcraft 3, need to play Wrath of the Lich King expansion, finishes the storylines from Warcraft 3. One thing I do have, I have a Dungeons and Dragons game. I'm trying to remember what it's called. I got it in a big 10-pack or something from Good Old Games. And it's, if they were having a huge sale on D&D games for this, like, I swear it was like 17 cents a game or something. But okay. So they wouldn't have too much of a problem with the creative freedom, hopefully, on the crossover. That'd be good. But as a D&D game, a Dungeons and Dragons game I have that is so obviously trying to ride on Warcraft 3's coattails. And it is just, it's amazingly Warcraft 3. It's just it's, you know, when you try out a new MMO and it is obviously World of Warcraft except not good. This was obviously Warcraft 3, except made by people who weren't trying to make a fun game. They were trying to make Warcraft 3, but without Warcraft 3's copyrighted material. It's just like, it's got some, it's like it has some accidental fun in there maybe, but it's mostly just, you know, you'd rather be playing Warcraft 3. Merry early Christmas to you. Can agree with you on that. Christmas as much as I enjoy the Lord of the Rings trilogy. The Hobbit trilogy is so amazing. People talking amongst themselves. I'm losing my point in the scroll bar. Movies with flaws. I assume talking about the Lord of the Rings. I'm pretty out of the loop on that. Dang it! I watched the 3 Dungeons and Dragons movies, but I haven't watched the Lord of the Rings trilogy, at least recently, and I haven't seen the Hobbit trilogy at all. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? I should watch more Asylum films. Broke my arms. Let's see. I was thinking, since I have so freaking many buttons on my mouse, I might be able to set some of those up in words. I might be able to set some of them up in MechWarrior Online to make certain things like the big super attack from all angles, like, make that a little easier to pull off instead of, you know, having a control with my left hand on the left side of the keyboard, use the mouse on the far right, and there in the middle is where the super attack button is. So I'm as far away from it as I possibly can be on all sides. I can just attach it to one of the many buttons on this mouse. Just let's see. If you do the Hobbit trilogy first before Lord of the Rings trilogy, would that be right? I mean, I know that's, you know, chronologically how it goes, but is that kind of like doing the prequel trilogy of Star Wars before the later one? But then again, is it even possible to find 4, 5, and 6 in their original form that hasn't been meddled with and added CGI lipstick things screaming at the camera and freaking just erase this character and replace them with the new actor. No one will mind. It's a favorite prehistoric animal. It's a goddamn sexual Tyrannosaurus. For a favorite dinosaur, I always had a soft spot for the Parasaurolophus, which is one reason why in the Lost World review I had no problem pronouncing Parasaurolophus. Though I did have a bit of an outtake there. I could have uploaded that. I never got around to it. I still have the raw footage, but I had the part where I was saying Parasaurolophus and Pachycephalosaurus and just all that stuff, and then the tongue twister, I kept tripping over it, of course, but I think it's like only one time in all the takes I took did I ever actually trip over the words Parasaurolophus or Pachycephalosaurus. Actually kind of hate Fellowship of the Ring. That's because when it came out, I got dragged 11 more times over the course of 2 weeks. So yeah, I didn't get that, so that's why I can't really remember much of what goes in. I'm like, there's the guy with the beard and the other guy with the beard, and the one guy with the beard was good and the other guy with the beard was bad. And then this tree talked for a long time. I don't know. I'm not even thinking of getting the right movies. Your top 10 list if you have all-time favorite movies. Oh, I can't do that. I can't. I'm not. Oh, man. As a fan cut that brought the original trilogy cut version for people to download it on Blu-ray of Star Wars. Oh. That's good. Despecialized edition. I would buy that. So yeah, this one thing that's been going on that's a big thing that I have not jumped on was the Star Wars. So I would have to cover so much of my things in Star Wars, and it's like, is that a missed opportunity? I don't know. What I really want to do is I want to be able to actually go there the day it's open, watch the movie, come back, sit on the couch, turn on my camcorder, speak my mind, and upload that. Like I did with a bunch of movies before, when I was actually able to get down to theaters. I can't do that nearly as much anymore, which really sucks because not only is it enjoyable for me, but it was really good at getting a lot of new people who hadn't seen my channel before to find me in searches on YouTube. I just have to have the Blu-rays to burn them on. I think I have Blu-rays. Do I? Or I have a Blu-ray burner that never really worked to burn Blu-rays because it wouldn't freaking recognize it, and I don't know what the hell's wrong with the thing. You're getting confused by things in Lord of the Rings. Trust me, Decker, watching the Hobbit movies first will actually make you then follow the Lord of the Rings movies better. Huh. Can't sell them because Disney, but free, I think, is why Disney hasn't put it down a DMCA on it. Now, technically, I think if you would own the trilogy, like on any format, then technically it would be perfectly legal for you to download the Blu-rays, like the ISOs. Technically, format shifting and all sorts of stuff and laws about that is really weird, but Predator, Xenomorph, and Rambo is counted on top 10 dino kills in the Jurassic Park series with Jurassic World. That's an idea. I don't know if that's too forced. But there's still so much to do, so much to plan, and this is going to be an interesting Dino-cember because I do have the Jurassic World review planned, obviously, since it's Dino-cember, and that's a huge request. But I have it set for what will technically be my 200th review, which is quite a damn milestone. It's amazing to see how far everything has come, but at the same time, I'm also kind of frustrated that because nothing has ever gone viral, still, it's like, is everything going upwards? Yes. Is my growth strong? Yes. But I'm seeing all sorts of other YouTubers that exploded into the millions while I was trying to get noticed. And it's like, you sons of bitches. Oh well. Land Before Time movies. I only saw the first Land Before Time, and I was kind of terrified to watch the rest. And I think that'd be more something for Bob Shoe. Bob Shooks. Bob Shiaks? Bob. Something more for Bob. Which one of the reviews I was proud of? I was really happy with the Rambo 3 review. There was a lot that came together with that, and me and Cody both worked on that a lot together, and he had put a lot of input in, and there was just we watched the movie together, and we were just talking while that was going on, and he was writing down all the things that I said, which I generally don't make notes as I'm watching a movie. And he was making notes out of everything I was saying, and that came together, and I think that worked out very well. And sequels to The Land Before Time were too crap and lighthearted. Another crossover with Creepy soon? I don't know. I mean, I want to. I would like to get in another crossover with him, and I think I have the perfect movie for that. Gorgo, the British answer to Godzilla from around the same time period. I think that would be a nice one for us to take on. But, yeah, well. Okay. Yeah, I'm just still sitting here working on the. This might be selfish for me, but if you ever review a movie featuring Merlin in it, then I'd love to make a cameo as Merlin and do Merlin sketches on YouTube. Oh. Perhaps a little selfish, but Creepy doing well. I haven't. He hasn't spoken with me recently, but he's got his own Patreon going, and he's got his channel going. He got sick recently and hasn't had it. Did he get back to putting up reviews? Let me try and find. Has he done anything? No. From 3 weeks ago, as the notification of him being sick, and nothing past that. I would call him now, except he's probably gone to bed. Well, or he's talking with his boyfriend. Or he's in bed talking with his boyfriend. I'm not entirely certain. Either way, I'm not sure I should be interrupting him. Hello, Terra girl. It's kitty cat. She just like, it's bedtime. Well, there hasn't been any animosity between us. There's just been a lot of silence lately, which is a bit frustrating. Speaking of the monsters, what are your thoughts on the 2014 Godzilla in a quick summary? Is it better than the 1998 Godzilla movie? Thoughts on 1998 Godzilla? Oh, most certainly. I mean, that was one that I was able to do a reaction video to, and I thought it came out really well, and I didn't understand why everyone was so interested in, Cranston's character so much, and then I realized, oh, Breaking Bad, because yeah, that's something. It's on TV. It's something that I didn't watch. I don't watch TV, so that was, I was out of the loop on that. But overall, I still liked the film. I found, there were some flaws and some kind of weird. I would say overall it was pretty solid 4. 1998 Godzilla movie, I did a crossover with Tim Deanna on that one. It's on his channel on YouTube, so yeah, you could see that. And oh boy, so much problem, so much. And yeah, the twins keep telling me you should really watch the 1998 Godzilla cartoon series, and I'm like, no. Every time I see that creature, no. And they're like, you should watch, and I'm like, no. And so, I should probably go to bed, but I wanted to have something up for people to know what was going on, and I'm also still working on the review, which is exactly what I was saying. I was trying to get done in lieu of videos for the gaming channel for a small bit. I shouldn't be. It shouldn't be like that one time when I had to stop to work on reviews, and it was like a week or 2 with no reviews, not reviews. No, when I think video, I think review. With no new videos on the gaming channel other than very short updates. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that at least Wednesday night probably I'll have a new video. Today is Tuesday morning. Oh boy, fun. Oh yes, in Godzilla Final Wars. I fucking loved Godzilla Final Wars. And it's like I went. I try to go into movies blind. I'm like, here's a movie. It looks interesting. The synopsis looks nice. Watch it, and then I do a bunch of research after I watch it. And that's why a lot of times I'm, really enjoying a film, and then when I find things that are like, oh, this is crap, that's no good, that's why a lot of times in my reviews I just, when I so strongly disagree with a prominent opinion of professional critics, I tend to voice it. If I thought of doing another crossover with Indiana, does he not do reviews anymore? Well, I never discounted the idea. I wouldn't mind doing so, but I haven't. I mean, we had been wanting to do a crossover for a while before we did the Godzilla crossover and crossovers, as I did the original Godzilla on, well, the American original Godzilla on my side, and we did Godzilla 1998 on his. So yeah, that didn't work quite as smoothly as it could have, I guess. But I wouldn't mind doing another one. Thought on Disney's Dinosaur. I never saw that. I remember when it came out when I was still relatively young, and I was just like, no. It's like, here's a movie about dinosaurs. This is like the first previews, and then just dinosaurs walking around. It's like, this looks really interesting to me. And then one of them starts fucking talking. I'm like, okay, fuck that. No. It's like, 12-year-old me, like, that shit makes no sense. And I'm most excited for next Star Wars, Star Trek, or X-Men. I just saw like half of a bit on the half of a trailer on Star Trek, and I have to admit that was catching my eye. The new Star Wars is like huge expectations, and there's so many huge expectations that actually kind of takes me a little bit back, because I'm always like, yeah, this is people getting really excited for disappointment. I always remember the Phantom Menace, the huge hype before that movie came out, and oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I'm not saying that this looks like a Phantom Menace, but just huge hype tends to set me back. And there was quite a bit of hype for Prometheus as well. Yeah. And so, how do you feel about people who bash CGI in modern day Hollywood movies? Seems they bash it no matter how good or bad it looks, just because they notice it. Well, that's the thing. I tend to not like CGI very much if it's overused, and if it's for things that could have easily been done with animatronics and would have looked much better. I mean, if it's like something jumping over something and sliding through a corridor, that's very hard to do with conventional kind of special effects. In CGI, it's much easier, but if the CGI still looks bad, it's just, no, you should have done a camera trick to make it so we couldn't see much of it anyway. But there was things like in the Star Wars Force Awakens, there was a little ball rolling around, and I didn't realize that was practical effects, and I said, the CGI on that looked really good, and I was like, that was actually practical effects. I'm like, oh, okay. So that made me feel a little better about that I don't bash CGI just for being CGI, because the practical effects I thought were CGI were practical effects, and I still said that they look good. Heard about Pacific Rim 2. No, I didn't. I just found the channel name apart. That long hair don't care party. Oh, yes. Aaron, what are you doing there? Those are the frowning. To me, Dinosaurs my fifth favorite Disney movie, mostly because of Carnotaurus. So the gremlin kangaroo hybrid in Age of Dinosaurs is a Carnotaurus. Oh. That weird damn thing that was the thing. That was one of the movies where the CGI looked absolutely hideous and shit, and the practical effects for it actually looked worse. Little hand puppet. It was like, no. Feel over Jason, Predator, and Xenomorph in Mortal Kombat X. I'm not so pleased with the Xenomorph, to be honest, because it's not the Xenomorph we wanted, at least not the Xenomorph that I would want. Because, I think that the story goes that it's a Xeno of the species Baraka is, so that's why it's got the big blades in the arms. But that's not. If we want the Xenomorph, we want the Xenomorph. We want the human Xeno standard, or possibly the runner alien, or maybe a queen, or maybe a Praetorian. That would be awesome. I would fucking love more options to have the Praetorian out there. But if they're going to have a special kind, I think that would be as well as the normal, not in lieu of. And I was thinking, if you're going to go that route, why not just have a Xeno Dragon, kind of like, the half human, half dragon Goro, have the half Xeno, half dragon Xeno Dragon with 4 freaking arms, and just have that. But that's just me. It's not how it looks. Practical effects, even shit ones, feel more tangible. with weight. Let's compare John Carpenter's thing with the recent prequel. Now, I haven't seen the recent prequel. I remember the John Carpenter's thing, though. That was... I really gotta get... That's one that's been... requested for a while, and yeah, I really do need to tackle. I'm on the arm blades and the xenomorph. She said the Xeno in MKX is very buff. Just something weird seeing with the xenomorph. Yeah, because a lot of them were like Balaji Badeja. He was picked because he was really tall and really thin. The runner is depicted as being even more slender. And it's one of the things about the alien. The weird things about it is that it is very spindly. It is a very skeletal kind of very sleek, slender thing, and they got this big buff one in there. It was like, gonna see Alien and Predator lore in general. What type of movie would either one of them or both of them would you want to see in the future? I really want to see AVP done right. AVP done like it was. I don't want to just say like in the comics, because that's just a very easy out. But there were a lot of the comics and a lot of the games were really interesting and really had very good lore, because the games before AVP 2010. I mean, because AVP 2010 was based a lot more on the movies that came out with the pyramid and all that. And I understand they did have things with that in the comics as well, but not in the whole shove down your throat angle of him. Hey, pyramids. Those are weird, right? Well, guess what? They're alien. Apparently there's porn of them. God, there's a lot of it. That doesn't surprise me. Xenomorph and MKX is too humanoid. I can get behind that. Something in a shame. Oh, and I'm also pissed off they still don't have Rambo in Mortal Kombat X. Like, geez, guys, how many times did I tell you? Oh, you only got 20,000 subscribers, Decker. Don't give me that excuse. Let me tell something. I'm ashamed, though, I have not seen any of the Predator Alien movies now, 18, so I want to see them. There's a lot of... I think the best way to take in the movies is to just appreciate them on their own, because they shift around so much in so many ways, especially going from Alien to Aliens, and then from Aliens to Alien 3, and then Alien Resurrection, and then Alien vs. Predator, and Requiem, all of them, every single one, completely different feel to them. Prometheus, again, completely different feel. Everything really, it's not really a consistent thing. There's a lore that's building on it, but there's not really a consistent feel to any of the movies. It's a new Independence Day movie without Will Smith. Now I'm talking about... Okay, see you, Curvos. Another TMNT movie coming next year. Another Michael Bay TMNT movie? Or what? How many Michael Bays? Double the Michael Bays? Or is Michael Bay playing all of the Ninja Mutant Turtle teenagers? That makes sense. How's your feelings over Teen Titans? I haven't seen Teen Titans. Not really. I didn't watch it. Oh, broke my neck. Terry, you sleeping on my dirty clothes again? She's going crazy with one of my socks and just rubbing her face all over it and kicking the crap out of it. And I was like, what are you doing, cat? What are your thoughts on the Gremlins movies? Got the first one for Christmas last year. It's awesome. I haven't seen the second movie. I remember out of the two, I really liked the second, but the second is just so over the top and crazy, and it doesn't take itself seriously at all. But there are so many memorable things from the second that I really liked. The gargoyle formation, as it were. I mean, we should still see on the big screen the Alien/Predator franchise. It's female predators. That's what I remember from the novels. So the females are kind of the leaders. They are huge, like males. Only come up to their chests, breasts. Males can have multiple female mates if they are good hunters, which is good because apparently they're always in heat and they need newborn hunters. And there are two different versions of the females of the predators. I think the ones where the females are larger is more accepted, but the people have made their own in multiple novels and comics and what have you, and they've had females kind of like human females that are smaller, which didn't quite make sense. And because, of course, in a lot of predators are seen as sort of reptilian in nature, and in a lot of reptiles, the females are larger. And that's another thing that was really weird in EverQuest was in Ruins of Kunark, when they first introduced the Ixar, the males and females were the same size. And then Shadows of Luklan came out, and suddenly the females were shorter than the males and slimmer. And it's like, you went for dimorphism, but you kind of fucked up how lizards work. Yeah, it is getting late, and I've actually been doing this a bit longer than I thought I would. How much? Got quite a bit done. I'm going to have to wake up pretty early tomorrow to get the rest done on time, though. So I guess I probably should see about going to bed and setting the alarm. And yeah, they do go through the hunters pretty fast. But there was the Predator world they showed in Requiem for like half a second that was really cool. But it also showed them like having a city and a civilization. Like, here's, I mean, it makes sense because, you know, even hunter-gatherers still have huts and a small area of civilization, no matter how down you get, except for maybe nomadic tribes, but they still have this area they would come back to and stamp down as their own for a little bit before moving on to the next pasture, as it were. I've seen any of the Balto films. Balto? I know. It makes sense. Hunters can have an advanced city, a playlist for areas of pain. I don't have any playlists on the gaming channel because I was just trying to do, you know, quick little things on the gaming channel. It's just what I do. I have a bunch of playlists on the main channel with the reviews, but some of them not really updating because they were just a whole clusterfuck and they didn't help matters any after a while. Oof. A piece of art with a Xenomorph Rex. Yeah, I think I saw that, though. A lot of those, I think, don't quite go Xeno enough. It's... Oh, yeah, I've got... the gaming channel is my secondary channel. Our main channel is just called Decker Shado. Got quite a few more subscribers in the gaming channel. Yeah. I had some ideas for like what I would want to see in an AVP movie, and I would want to have like 3 little sub stories following, you know, humans following a specific predator and following a specific xenomorph. Just rewatch a bad video and dying over screaming at the AI to fuck. I should get back to Banished, but the thing is, I've been really busy, and that requires a lot of editing to get 2 hours of gameplay down to a 20-minute video. Because if I just have 20 minutes of gameplay, not much happens. So games like that, I am very adamant about wanting to edit down. Though a lot of the other games that I was playing that I was editing quite a bit out of, people weren't really reacting very well to that. It was like, no, it's easier for me not to edit it anyway. And actually, I do see the point in just being good on its own without having to chop out parts. Sad when the video games Done the AVP story better than any of the movies. Yeah. 2001 still considered a masterpiece. Yeah, AVP 2. I need to get that. It's like it's not. That's the one that's not on Steam. And I was like, AVP Classic 2000 is, but that's not AVP 2. And it actually didn't come out in 2000. It's weird, but yeah. I still remember playing on. No. I'm pretty sure it's not. I'm on Steam. Store, featured, search, find. Not nav point. Say Alien versus. Yeah, they have Classic 2000. That's the one I have. I have that, but I haven't done any videos on it because it's a pain. It is so much harder than modern games. I'm just walking around like, where do I go? What do I do? Oh my god. And in the meantime, aliens are coming all at me because guess what? You can't kill them all. They will keep coming. So if they don't find them, when they do, it's a 12 and a 14-year-old. Like, yeah, banished. Yeah, AVP Classic 2000, as I listed there, came out in 1999, and it's the first AVP. Though AVP 2 is not on Steam, and they're both considered really good. Though I think most people consider AVP 2 to be an improvement over the first. And as I recall, in AVP 2, you start the game as a facehugger, and in the Alien storyline, you start the game as a facehugger, and you go through a relatively linear section as the facehugger to get around all the security, and then you get one of the guys in their little cells, and then later you have to break out of them as a chest burster and then find somewhere to nest, and then you grow into a full-grown Xeno, which is pretty nice to actually have that full cycle in the gameplay. It's something to just be in the chest and just start tearing your way out, and then stop, like right at the end, and just sit there and listen to the guy moan for a while, like, okay. Alien Revenge of Mooses. Goddamn mooses. Play as a queen. Yeah, that'd be. I think there was a mode in one of the. I think AVP2 multiplayer. You could eventually get to this point of being queen, but you weren't able to climb on walls anymore, and you were very large, and you're a little slower, but you were a motherfucking queen. I really think the Praetorian is not nearly used as much as it should be because it is such an interesting stage. It's, the regular Xenomorph is already terrifying. The Queen is absolutely massive and nearly invulnerable in, most senses with the movies in mind, except, for getting trapped or thrown out into space or to the bottom of the sea in some way. But the Praetorian is like larger than a normal Xenomorph. One would think it would be much harder to take out than a normal one. So in the Aliens universe version of, oh look, a Xenomorph, it's dead. A Praetorian would still be able to even the playing field a bit, and it would still be able to climb on walls, still be able to do all sorts of stuff, and just really make a very bad day for people. I really, really wish that in a movie they would actually have a Praetorian and have it be a substantial thing. Yeah, I should really head to bed, so I guess that's the end of this little suddenly live stream, because, yeah, I got works to do and I got sleeps to get, and hopefully I'll have another gaming video by Wednesday night, probably. I don't know. I know I want to see about. There's all sorts of games I want to play, and there's some I still want to start. Spore, when I tried to do that before, it just crashed on me, and I lost all the progress I made, which really annoyed me. But still haven't finished Written in the Sky yet, so there's that. But nevertheless, good night. If I don't stop this now, I never will.